speaking, y'all, I really don't feel good, and I don't like how some of our African men from motherland, how some of you see black American men. I really don't understand. At this point in time, I don't fucking care. I really don't. Yes, I want you to know that as a human being, you must have self-respect. Especially as an adult, you must learn to have self-respect for yourself. All right. Like I was live yesterday, a man joined my live session, and the way he started approaching black American men, and he was from Gambia, I wasn't comfortable with that. I want you to know that my page will represent love, will represent unity, will represent togetherness, and that is the goal. That's what we are trying to stand for. All right. Okay, now I want you to know that what I noticed that yesterday, I feel like you were being jealous, and the reason is because how will African women start dating black American men? For you, it's not okay because black American men don't deserve African women. Okay, now you are the only, like, I've talked with a lot of African men, and most of them, they have always supported the idea. You understand? They have always supported the idea. I don't know how a grown-up man, even you've once married to a black American woman, as you clearly said that yesterday, and you have lived in this country for so many beautiful years, and you are still standing against these people. I just want you to know that there is no room for that. I don't have room for segregation. I don't have room for anything that is not okay. All I promote here is for us Africans, black people around the world, especially black Americans and people from motherland, to come closer as one beautiful black people so that we can love ourselves. All right? All the diaspora wars, are you not tired of it? Are you not really tired of it? Like, that wasn't right. Please, if you come into my live session, please be kind, be mindful. Use your words very well. Be kind with your words. All right? So I want you to know that we stand for love and will continue to stand for love. For you black American men, I know you actually felt offended that yesterday. I actually apologize. I apologize, and we are not gonna keep tolerating those type of things. We are not gonna tolerate it. As a black man from Africa, you don't own African women. You don't decide for them. So all you African women, for those of you looking for men, but you must be at above the age of 21. Yes, make sure you are connecting on this very particular page. All right. We got a lot of handsome black American guys who are willing to relocate back to Africa, who are willing to settle down, who are willing to marry, who are willing to involve in good relationship, right? Anyway, guys, I see you guys on my next post. Keep watching my videos, and I love you all.
I'm gonna find the video, man. So I seen a video of I forget the brother's name, BGM Moore. Hopefully I'm saying his name wrong, but on one of his other channels, he showed a video of African women saying that the African men don't want the African women being with black American or African American men, and then they don't have a problem with white men being with their women, right? The issue is with us, and this is why I preach a message that black men must stick together. I'm telling y'all this. Black men must stick together. Black American men, we have no allies, man. For the most part, there's a few Africans out here, man. For the most part, man, from my experiences with them, for working with them in a union shop, it ain't been like, it's kind of been standoffish. They do their own thing. It seemed like they have an issue with us, and they say online that they tell us not to come over here, not to fuck with y'all, and they already had these predetermined notions. Now, I don't know a whole bunch of brothers that's really checking for no African women like that, and some do. South African women, yeah, they're beautiful for sure. But I don't know nobody getting a passport going to Africa. You know what I'm saying? They might go to Brazil, Colombia, DR, and all that. And some do go over there looking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more women that go over to Africa. Just from the feeling, looking for a man than anything, right? And that's Becky and Keisha. But we talked about the brother from Detroit who got with old girl, the African woman, and she had left him with the baby and ran off with a rich white guy. Once you start studying some of the issues in Africa, where they have colorist issues, which they have in every community, you know, how they have vitriol towards their men. I did a video not too long ago, and an African woman said she tired of being a wife. And, you know, for the most part, most of them, you know, they say they've been westernized, the internet, TikTok, and they don't want to play their role no more. They could be one or 5 wives. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of this Western European civilization things and reached over there. I'm not going to speak on that. But everybody got an issue with black men because you're a threat. If you got your shit together, we get our stuff together, we're a real threat. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to dress like us. They use our slang. They want to use our music, take credit for the music and the culture that we created. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that they like to do. But they don't never want to give a credit to the originators. They never want to show us love. They never want to, and we don't have no issue with them. We didn't have an issue with Hispanics. The Hispanics have an issue with us. Everybody has an issue with us, from our women. The majority of our women, I'm talking about productive black men. The majority of our women have an issue with us. We get blamed for whatever dudes do that. Everybody got an issue with it. I'm like, y'all don't mind Brad coming down. You know, they bring all type of diseases to their women. You know what I'm saying? They come to they countries and bust down their women. You know, don't spend a bunch of money, come with entitlement, and they don't have an issue with it. We ain't did nothing to do. If they came with a fair shake, and they came and they want to chop game with us, bro, we would share game with them, and we would unify with our brothers from Africa. But it just seemed like, you know, when you see them, they seem standoffish. You know, some of them a nod. You know, it seemed like a nod out of fear, not out of fear, but out of awkwardness or something like that. Some of them be on code, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of them been told not to fuck with us. We evil, we bad, and they take a fraction of us and they make that. But y'all cool with Brad being with y'all women and not us not being with y'all women is crazy. We don't care if our women, they ain't even our women, but black women get with y'all. We ain't tripping on that. We ain't cock blocking that. We ain't hating that. We don't give a fuck who they be with. The only reason you hear a brother speak on that is because when brothers date out or marry out, it's an issue. But when Keisha and them do it, and you know, it's pomp and circumstance, it's celebrated. But I think it's sad that's an issue, that, you know, they have an issue with us, you know, dating they women or marrying they women. I mean, I feel like it's sad. We don't have an issue either way. But you cool with Brad, Enrique, Hector, and them. And that's why I be telling y'all, man, that's the fear for black American men to actually get it together, man. Because if we get it together as a collective, man, we can't be stopped, and they know it. They know it, man. I feel like that's real pathetic. I feel like that's real pathetic, but that's just me. And maybe I'm tripping. And stuff like that. Maybe I'm taking it too serious or whatever the deal is. But I feel like, man, I don't have no issues with the brother from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I chop game with them, get gang, share gang with them. But for the most part, when you see them out in public, it just seems like they got an issue with us. You know, it just seems like they standoffish. You know, and it's funny, like, you could be walking around, you can strike up conversations with, I'm gonna say this, and you know, living in the burbs, you can strike up conversations with Indian women, white women, white men. You can have conversations with, you know, white neighbors and shit like that. But usually, you know, black families, like the families. But usually, you know, the issue really be coming from the Africans. Kind of look at us funny, and the black women, man. The black women out here, man. The older ones are cool, but the younger ones, man. But yeah, the Africans definitely, you know, they definitely kind of, I guess they skeptical. I don't get it, man. But like I said before, they've been, you know, in their defense, they've been damaging black men name forever. Our name has been dirt forever. We've been made the face of criminality, the face of child support, of deadbeat fathers, the face of domestic terror. We've been made the face of everything. When something go wrong, it's a black man's fault, especially in the black community. She marry a Brad and the Brad make her a single mother. Oh, it's a black man's fault. You like, man, that's why, you know, I think the revolution of men defending themselves online and defending themselves in public now, you know, especially when it was a white manosphere, nobody really cared. You know what I'm saying? When brothers start expressing themselves and keeping it real, it became a problem. That's when they start flagging channels, calling niggas jobs, and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But they can call us bullet bags, delete black male babies, and they can still, it's crazy, bro. But I don't really understand it, to keep it a mean. I don't really understand it, but you know, I don't really understand like why we can't, like why that's an issue. But you'll rather them be with the Klan or some white supremacists, or you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, rather them getting used and abused. But hey man, it's the game. It's the game, man. It's the game. That's why at the end of the day, the crazy thing about it is female nature is when you tell females, especially young ones, not to do this, not to go over there, not to mess with them. What do they turn around and do? They do it. You see it with Maria. You see it with Becky. You see it with Amir Cash, Ling Ling. You see it all the time. That's the one thing about female nature. They want to do, they do exactly what you tell them not to do. Tell me I'm lying. Female nature, they going to do exactly what you tell them not to do. You know what I'm saying? They're rebellious by nature. Adam and Eve, they're rebellious by nature. That's what you got to understand. If a lot of times out of 10, if you got a woman, if you had a woman with a bitch that was a loose cannon, a loose in the goose, loose in the pants, hot in the pants, a little bit of whorism in her or a lot of whorism in her, your daughter bring a guy home and y'all like him, she ain't even want to be with him. If y'all don't like him and she young, she gonna be with him, be rebellious. That's just what it is. Women make a lot of mistakes. That's just common sense. They young, you can tell them, hey, that's bad for you. But then, when they make mistakes, become single mothers, get in debt, make bad decisions, it's the man for, oh, my father. No, niggas told you not to do that. So that's what you get when you talking about men. More times than not, the men in other communities, they'd rather be with the women in their community, but when they date out the community, it's because the women that they want, or the majority of women in their community, don't fuck with them. But a lot that's very far few in between when you go outside of white and black, right? When you start, really, as far as the men want to stay. They'll play and interracial, play in the snow, play in the yellow rice and all that shit. There, and you'll be surprised the amount of women that interracially, have sex. It is at a high clip in all communities. You know what I'm saying? I talked about this on the live stream I did on the main channel. A lot of these women, what they do is, they'll find a friend, a black friend, or a friend that can get them in the urban clubs. They go to urban clubs and they go into urban clubs and they look strictly. When you go to a predominantly black club and you see, an Asian woman in there with some black friends, or a group of Asian women, or whatever, Indian women, 9 times out of 10, they dare to get slam dunked. It could be white girls that you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the same can be said when you see, a black guy or black dudes or black women go out to white bars and shit. You become exotic in those situations. You stick out like a sore thumb. That's all I had to say. Hit the link in the description on the Patreon piece.